some takeaways.
Yeah. What were your 3 biggest takeaways from this weekend?
3 biggest takeaways. Let's see. First and foremost would be the Seattle Mariners. Seattle Mariners, magic. Mariners, magic, moving on. That's my biggest takeaway. They are a team that I pegged to have a legitimate chance in these playoffs. Now, did I pick them to beat the Blue Jays? No, because I thought their backs were against the wall being in Toronto. But they match up well with everybody. They match up well with the Yankees. They're not a great matchup with the Astros. The Astros dominated them throughout the year, but now you add in this magic that they have going. They're dancing around the field. They got fans with shoes on top of their heads. My takeaway from today and the first couple of days of these playoffs are that the Mariners have some magic going on, and that magic is real, and the big dumper is a big part of that. Not only the player itself, but the big dumper is getting his butt into it and getting some power, and he's been doing some big things. So watch out for the Mariners. Mariners magic moving on. Point number 1 for me. Number 2, pitchers duels are fun. No, they are fun.
Okay.
They are edge of your seat. What is going to happen next? Anxiety all over the place. Oh my God, a runner got on first base. That's fun. That's October baseball. And so is what happened in the Jays-Rays game. They're totally different, but pitchers' duels are fun. That was a fantastic baseball game that we saw on Saturday with the Guardians and the Rays. It was great. Tristan McKenzie and Glasnow were dominant. It was so much fun to watch. Edge of your seat. Guess what? It's a 0-0 ball game. Late in the game, there's a runner on third base. Jose Ramirez makes an incredible play on a play down the line, makes it great pick over at first by Josh Naylor. And it felt like in that moment, that just saved the game. And it did. If that run scores, they lose that game. That just saved the game. In an offensive explosion, man, we gave up a 2-run bomb. All right, let's get it back next inning. And a pitcher's duel, if one run scores, you're like, oh my God, are we going to score? We have to. This could be the game. Both are fun, but pitcher's duels are fun. So get it out. If you think that you're watching a boring game, if you sat there watching Cleveland Guardians and Tampa Bay Rays, once it got in late in the game, I was like, all right, can somebody score? But pitcher's duels are fun. That was a takeaway for me. My second takeaway.
All right. Third.
Third, lastly for me, these are in no particular order, might I add. The Cardinals forgot how to hit.
Oof.
And it ended their season. You have 2 MVP candidates, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado. Goldschmidt's going to win the MVP award, but he had been struggling in September, struggled in the playoffs. Nolan Arenado going to perhaps be a finalist for the MVP award, could be 1 and 2. And they went 1 for 15 with 6 strikeouts. 1 single. That ain't going to cut it. The Cardinals, the calendar turned to October, and they forgot how to hit, and it cost them. And this team was built around offense. This team wasn't built around Jose Quintana and Jordan Montgomery and Miles Michaelis as starting pitchers. That's not who they're built around. That was just like, hey, you guys need to get the job done. We're going to put up some runs on our end. You got 3 home games to get the job done, and you put up a goose egg in the second game. And thanks to one guy that came off the bench, Juan Yepes, in game 1, or you wouldn't have scored any runs in 18 innings. They forgot how to hit, and I am not happy with them because that was the end of Albert Pujols' career. Albert Pujols' career came to an end because the Cardinals forgot how to hit in October. And Albert Pujols got more hits than Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt combined. And that ain't a good recipe for success. So those are my takeaways. Mariners magic moving on. Pitchers duels are fun. And the St. Louis Cardinals, they forgot how to hit.
Yeah, I think the Mariners may have stolen the Cardinal magic that we were talking about, possibly going into the postseason. Because that's what we both kind of picked, was Cardinals were the team to watch. But then now Mariners completely stole all that magic.
Do you think when Ben took off his shoe after the 7th inning in Seattle, that the magic that was in St. Louis transitioned to his shoe, went on top of his head, and it propelled the Mariners to victory, and the Cardinals had nothing left? You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay.
Well, timing-wise, wasn't the game before?
That was, Jays Mariners was way earlier.
So
it had time to travel, like everything.
Okay.
Everything adds up.
It's out there, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
So is putting a shoe on your head.
It is. A Birkenstock. Okay. It kind of leads into my first takeaway for my 3. My first takeaway are the crazy comebacks. No lead is safe. Now, we saw this both on Friday and we saw it today. But Friday, it was the Phillies coming back in the 9th inning to score 6 after the Cardinals had that pinch hit home run and felt like they thought that they had won the game in that moment. And then the Phillies came back and just completely destroyed them in the 9th inning, carried it through into game 2, came out strong and took the series. Then today we saw Seattle, the little Seattle magic we're talking about, come back from an 8-1 deficit against the Blue Jays. Once again, I think everyone thought the Blue Jays had this game. Safe to say, 4 runs in the 6th inning, 4 runs in the 8th inning for Seattle. And that was it. No lead is safe. That was wild. It's what you want to see in these wild card weekend matchups. So it was great. All right. My second takeaway. The Cleveland Guardians fear the young. They have 17 players on their team who made their major league debut this season. They are the youngest team in baseball. They are the youngest team in the postseason. And they have not experienced the kind of pressure that majority of the other guys playing in the postseason have experienced. Fear. They are playing with no fear. And when you don't know what to fear, that's when you are the most dangerous.
I like it.
So I think this team, watch out.
Okay.
Watch out. Now, my third takeaway, the Mets 1-2 missed punch. Now, they have 2 of the best pitchers in the game, Scherzer and DeGrom. Back-to-back outings, they have gotten lit up. Scherzer in particular, that was just so uncharacteristic on Friday. 4th time he's allowed 4 home runs in a game in his career. But the 7 earned runs were the most earned runs Scherzer has allowed in a playoff game in his career out of 22 games. But then also only the 2nd time in Major League postseason history a pitcher has allowed 7 runs and 4 home runs in a single game. And he is supposed to be one of the top in the game. And then you have DeGrom. Got the job done today. Wasn't great. But these are the 2 guys that you think this is going to be an easy win. When you see them penciled in, starting on the mound, you're like, done. This is our game. Braves got to him. Mets got to him.
Padres.
The Padres got to him. It was just weird to see. Their 1-2 punch missed.
Yep.
It was weird.
Yeah, I'm with you. Those are good. Luckily, Jacob DeGrom did enough today.
He did enough. He got the job done.
But that's not. You're not looking for when you think Jacob DeGrom, you think all right, 7 innings, no runs. Those were good. Thanks for watching. If you love Flippin Bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.